This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, well, hello, Move Easy Movers. Welcome to Move Easy Yoga with Kathy. Today is November 12th, or whatever day you're watching it on YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and start in the usual manner with our legs on a chair for a 7-minute static rest. So go ahead and get into position. I'll start my timer. Now, while you're in this position, you want to make sure that your lower back, your sacrum, is flat against your mat. So you may want to put your hips a little further out from the chair. We're putting our lower back in traction during this. And while you're here, you want to breathe normally and bring yourself, your awareness into the room with you. And let me start my timer. Here we go, 7 minutes. 7 minutes is up. Stay where you are. Now, if you choose, you can press your tongue to the roof of your mouth, just between the seam and the seam between the gum and the teeth, and slowly move your head from the right to the left 3 or 4 times. Loosen up your neck a little. Finish up. We're going to do vagus nerve reset. So we're all familiar with this. Your head is stationary, facing forward, and just your eyeballs move. So we're going to move just our eyeballs to the right and wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Excuse me, comes right away from me now. And then again, your head is stationary, just your eyeballs look to the left. Bless you. I didn't mute everybody. Hold on, let me take care of that. Bless you, whoever snoozed. Okay, move your eyeballs to the left. Wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Now, at your own pace, go ahead and do this twice on each side without my cueing. I'll give you a few minutes. Okay, finish up. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. So you can keep your washcloths or whatever you have supporting your head, or you can put something else behind your head, set of therapy balls. I'm going to use a sponge ball. Make sure the little nipple or whatever it is on the bottom. Now, this is basically an exercise to reverse text neck. So what we're doing is we're pressing the occipital ridge, which is that bone between our ears in the back of our head that runs along our scalp line towards the floor, and then releasing it. And like I said, this reverses text neck when we're always looking down at our phones, at our computers, at our iPads, at a book, whatever. This will reverse that movement. So press and release and press and release. We'll do this 2 more times, 3 more times. Press and release. Press. Excuse me. This will do the same thing that vagus nerve reset will do. If it makes you yawn, that's good. That means it's working. Last one, press and release. So it's also a good reset. Okay, now for the breathing exercise, I decided that we would do Yogi's choice. Whatever breathing exercise you choose, you go ahead and do it. It's free form. You can do Viloma breathing, where you take 3 sips of breath and then just release it. You can do extended exhale breathing, where you count your inhale and then try to make your exhale twice as long. You can do box breathing, where you count to 4, inhale at 4, hold at 4, exhale at 4, hold at 4. You can do rib cage breathing, where you feel your ribs expand and contract. So whatever breathing that you choose to do, those are just several examples. I'll just give you a few minutes to do your own thing. I'm going to be doing extended exhale. That's just me. So finish up whichever breathing you're doing. And go ahead and push your chair away or move away from your couch, whatever you're doing. We're going to do our hypopressives. Getting up where you can see me here. So we're going to start with the classic hypopressive. Your knees are bent, your heels are on the floor, your feet are flexed, and your arms are up above your shoulders, rounded like you're hugging a tree. And you flip your hands so your palms are facing the ceiling. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed against your mat. We're going to take 3 breaths. And on the 3rd breath, we're going to exhale all the air out of our lungs. Now, the purpose of the hypopressives is to strengthen your pelvic floor. So when you exhale, you want to try to inhale. You want to exhale all the air. You want to try to suck in the lower part of your abdomen as much as possible. This is where the pelvic floor strength comes in. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale, everything out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale, arms come down, exhale, legs come down. Okay. Now straighten your legs. And right ankle over left ankle. And then arms above. Now your right ankle's over your left ankle, so your left hand's over your right. And then arms overhead. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale, arms come down, exhale, legs. Okay, other side, left ankle over right, hands above, right hand over left. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale, all the way out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Inhale and exhale. Good job. So go ahead and come up to a sitting position. Cross-legged preferably. We're going to do our regular side bend. Part of our regular warm-up. Excuse me. So we're doing the side bend with lat stretch. So let me get my timer. So right arm out to the side, other arm comes up and over. Make sure your sits bones are both on the floor. Try to reach that elbow to the ceiling if you can. Now lower your arm until it's parallel and reach for that corner. Feel that stretch in your underarm down your back. This is always a good stretch for me. Arm up, torso up, other side. Arm on the mat, other arm up and over. Lean over as far as you can. You might notice you can lean further on one side than you can on the other. I know I noticed that. Now lower your arm and feel a different stretch. Reach for that corner. Just reach. Okay, arm up, torso up. Let's switch our legs. Now we're going to do our spine rotation. So left hand on right knee. Your right arm's behind you with just your fingertips. Rotate. We have our options with our head. We can move the head back and forth, or we can move our rib cage back and forth. As long as we're maintaining that rotation with our shoulders. This is very good for the upper back, thoracic back. It's where I hold a lot of tension. I don't know about anybody else, but I do. Okay, come on around. Other side. Right hand on left knee. Left arm is behind you on your fingertips. Rotate. We have the same options with our head or our ribs. Or you don't have to do either. You can just enjoy the stretch. I can feel this in my upper back. It feels good. Not quite as good as a massage, but it feels good. Okay, come on around. Good job. Now, go ahead and switch our legs just for the smell of it. Now we're going to do what we normally do, which is our torso swivel, but we're going to try something different. And if you're uncomfortable with it, you don't have to do that. You can keep your hands on your knees, but let's try it with our hands behind our back, like our hands are in our back pocket or just back like this. Or maybe on your hips, if you can't reach all the way back, maybe on your hips, or you can put them behind your head. It just gives you a different kind of a feel. So hands behind your back. We're just going to go 40 seconds one way and then 40 seconds the other way. So it doesn't matter which direction you start with, but we are moving not quickly, but just kind of slowly. And you make as big or as small a circle that is comfortable for you. You know, if you're just up here, that's fine, if that's what feels good. I personally like this. I spent some time last night standing in the kitchen, and my lower back always aches when I do that because I'm not wearing my. Okay, 40 seconds the other way. I'm not wearing my arch supports. I'm usually barefoot or socks. So this feels good on my back. Around and round we go. Also loosens up the hips. Okay, there we go. Now the next thing we're going to do is some stretches. So now we're going to start with the ear to shoulder stretch. So let me set my timer again. So we're going to be stretching this way and then moving our chin down. Want to keep your back straight. I tend to want to lean, but try to keep your back straight. So ear to shoulder. You should feel a stretch on the left side of your neck if you're going right. Okay, now lower your chin so you're facing the floor. The stretch feeling should move to more the back of your neck or down your back or wherever you feel it. Just be aware of where it is. It is a different stretch. All right, chin up, head up. Left side, ear to shoulder. Keep your back straight, upright. And don't hunch your shoulders. I tend to hunch, so your shoulders are relaxed and down. Your head is just tilted. Now lower your chin, so you're looking at the floor. Should feel a different stretch more towards the back. Chin up, head up. Okay. Now we're going to do this with resistance. So we'll be resisting when our head is to the side. Then we lift our hand up, move our chin, and then put the hand back. So head to the right. Your right hand goes against your left ear. You want to push up gently, gently against your hand and push down gently with your hand. So you feel a bit of resistance. It does intensify the feeling. Now lift your hand up, lower your chin, and then put your hand back and do the same thing. Be gentle with your neck, especially if you have neck issues. Okay, lift your hand, chin up, head up. Okay, good. Now the other side. Ear to shoulder, left arm comes up, goes on right ear. Gently press in with your hand and press against that with your head. If you feel pain, stop, don't press, but just be gentle with yourself. Now lift your hand, move your chin so you're looking down, and then put your hand back. And again, gently press for resistance. Okay, release your hand, chin up, head up. Good job. Good job. And the last thing we're going to do in this triplet is for shoulders. So they're just going to come straight up and then drop. And then straight up and drop. You do this 3 more times. Straight up and drop. Straight up and drop. Straight up and drop. It's amazing how much that releases up here. Okay. Now we're going to do leg stretches. So you'll want to put your foot against a wall or a door or something solid. So I need to adjust my mat a little bit. You'll need your strap. So we're going to start with our right foot against the wall. Well, actually, no, excuse me. Left foot against the wall. And with our strap, we go ahead and put it around our foot. Be consistent, Kathy. Right foot up. Now, if your leg is bent, that's okay. If you can't straighten it, it's not a big deal. But what you want to do is you want to gently, you have one foot that is flat and your heel is on the floor. Your toes are pointing towards the ceiling. And you are pulling your leg back. We're stretching our hamstring, the back of our thigh. So if you can, straighten your leg and pull it back gently. You want to also relax your shoulders. You don't want them to be hunched forward. So we are going to hold this position for 40 seconds. This is a really good hamstring stretch. So we're not forcing anything. We're just gently stretching our leg back to stretch our hamstring. Again, make sure your shoulders are on the floor, not hunched forward. Okay. Now the next movement, we take the strap in one hand and we pull the leg to the side. Now it doesn't matter how far over you go. Just when you feel that first pull, stop. If you can go all the way to the floor, that's great, but you don't have to. You just want to, when you feel that first pull, go ahead and stop. We're not pushing ourselves, we're just stretching. So we don't want to pull anything. Okay, 40 seconds. So now take the strap into your other hand. And you're going to do the same thing, but you're pulling the leg to the opposite direction. This time your hip is going to go with it. Your foot will rotate, the one that's on the wall. Now the side of the foot's going to be on the floor. And your hip can go with it. Now your arm can either be like mine, extended the other way, or you can move it around and face it the same direction as your leg, whatever's comfortable for you. This is more of a twist, but that's up to you. And that's it. All right. Now the other leg. So now your right foot is against the wall and like you're standing on the wall. Your toes facing the ceiling. Your leg is up. Again, it doesn't have to be straight. The straighter it is, the better the stretch. But if you can't straighten your leg, it's not a big deal. And gently pull back. Make sure your whole shoulders are on the floor and not hunched forward. Gently pull back on the strap. My hamstrings get really tight, so I really like this stretch. Here we are. Okay, now straps in your left hand. You want to roll your leg over to your left. Again, both shoulders are on the floor. Just gently lower it down just as far as you can. Doesn't have to go all the way to the floor. You'll feel that stretch. When you feel that, stop there. There's no need to push it. All righty. I'll bring that leg back up. We're going to switch the strap to the other hand and cross over. Now again, you can keep your arm on your left side or you can bring it over. Your foot that's on the wall is going to rotate. So your toes are now facing the same direction to the right, should be. And we move that leg over as far as we can. Again, when you feel that first pull, stop at that point. Might not be as far as I do this all the time. Your arm can be over or back. All right, good job. That's it for leg stretches. Oh, what else do we have here? Oh, yes. Okay, we're going to be standing at the wall. So I've got to do some production work. So bear with me here. I'm going to put my computer in a different position than I usually do, because I think you can see me better. Okay. Oh, we're crooked. There we go. Okay, so for this first part, you don't need to see my feet. We're doing the back bend against the wall. And what we have is we have our back against the wall, the arms come up and the palms come on the wall. And if you'll notice, my chest is extended, but my hips are back. So we'll hold this pose for 40 seconds. So arms up, palms on the wall. This is a great bone building exercise for your back. I thought I set my timer, but I didn't. So let's call that 40 seconds. I don't know what happened there. Okay. So now we're going to do the spinal twist. So I want you to be able to see where my feet are. Okay, so we have our side to the wall and right foot forward if your right side is on the wall, left foot back. Elbows at our sides, elbows up, or hands up, elbows at our sides. And then we rotate and put our hands on the wall. This time I will set the timer for 40 seconds. Here we go. Hips are facing parallel to the wall. Shoulders are as close as possible. You won't be able to do it at 100%, but as close as possible facing the wall. You can turn your head right and left as much as you want. This is a rotation, another bone building pose. Okay. Now we're going to go the other direction. So left side to the wall, left foot forward, right foot back, elbows at our waist, hands up. Set timer. Rotate towards the wall. Hands on the wall. Again with the rotation. You might feel it differently on one side than the other. It's just the way we're built. Come on around. Good job. Now, we don't need a wall for this, but we're standing, so we're going to stay standing. We're going to do arm circles. We're going to do 10 times each time. So I'm actually going to move my computer back because I need room. The joys of working in a small room. Okay, here we go. So the arm circles go this way or this way. And we're going to go both ways. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now your left arm. 1, 2. Now I'm moving from my shoulder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, whoa. If you're anything like me, you felt that. I felt that in my shoulders. Okay, back to the mat. I need to hook up again, so bear with me. We're going to do some core work. Core work is really important to yoga. The stronger your core, the better your balance, the more easily you can do moves, all kinds of things. So we're on our backs. Rearrange just a little here. Now what we're going to do is an alternate leg tabletop extension. So we normally do both legs at once. We're just going to do each one. So that's the move. Tabletop, extend. Tabletop, extend. Now, if you have trouble with this move, you can always just lift your leg up, or you can extend it along the mat. So we're going to do 10 on each side, alternating. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. And now we're going to go do our windshield wipers. So your feet are about hip width apart. And you don't need to go down all the way to the floor. Just back and forth. Do this for about 30 seconds. Just slow and easy. Back and forth. This is always a good one. And believe it or not, it does strengthen your lower torso, as well as loosens your hips. Okay. Now we're going to put something between our legs. Now you can use a brick. You can use a sponge ball. Just something between your legs so you have to press them together. And we're going to do 30 seconds again of windshield wipers. You'll find you can't go as far, but that's okay. You're doing that pressure. The fact that you're doing pressure between your legs makes up for it. Okay. All right. So let's see. We're going to do one position on hands and knees. Now, if you need to, you can put cushions under your knees. If you have wrist issues, you can fold the mat up to help your wrists, or you can be on your forearms. That's up to you. We're just going to, excuse me, we're just going to do one position, and that's the bird dog. So we're going to hold this position on each side for 20 seconds. Oops. Or 10 seconds, excuse me. So right hand up, left leg out. Come back down. Other side. Left hand up, right leg out. That's it. Okay. Go ahead and get into position for Yoga Nidra. You might want to put a cloth over your eyes. Make sure you're warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. I will guide you to systematically move your attention through internal points as I mention them. Allow your awareness to flow to these points without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, the center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms above your head. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch one side, then the other. Rotate your ankles and your wrists. Stretch, stretch, move. Now straighten your left leg and hug your right knee to your chest. And straighten that leg, hug your left knee to your chest. Now hug both knees to your chest and rock back and forth. Feel that lower back massage. That always feels good. When you're ready, roll towards the camera using your lower arm as a pillow. We're going to stay here for just a minute and enjoy the fact that we've done this for ourselves today, that we've done some healthy moves. And now we can go about our day knowing that we've taken this time out for ourselves. Pat yourself on the back, figuratively, not literally, for showing up for yourself today. Your cells of your body appreciate it. So when you're ready, come on up to a sitting position. Take your time. You can change your view to gallery and unmute yourself. I'll remove my spotlight. Okay, hands to our heart. Let's push just a little for a few seconds. Push really hard. Feel that shoulder work. and then loosen it. I want to thank you for coming and sharing movement with me today. Let's end the class by saying to each other, namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Kathy.
And
Thank
thank you,
you.
Kathy. Always feels good.